Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to NW Farms. This morning, we're going to start the morning off making some repairs to the 4440 in preparation to move to our next hay mowing location next week. We were going to move earlier in the week this week, calling for the humidity to come up tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. There's pretty good possibilities of rain, so I'm not going to mow any hay right now. We actually did get just a little shower last night, early this morning, but it wasn't enough to really stop anything. It's more or less just real heavy dew. But last time we were mowing, we've run over a thorn or something and stuck through this tire and burnt the tube, or the tube shredded inside the tire, one of the two. Either way, we're going to jack the 44 up and then break the tire down on the tractor, pull the tube out. I'll have to mark the valve stem location on the tire. We'll check and see if we can find what stuck the tube. I've got a brand spanking new tube. We're going to put a new tube in this tire, air the tire back up, and then hopefully won't have any more problems with it. This is the reason why I hate tube type tires. But when I ordered brand new tires, I might have not ordered the correct size, so I was a size small, so we had to put tubes in these to make them work. But either way, it'll be all right. We'll make do with it. But let me get my jack stuff out, fire up the air compressor, and then we'll get started on this tire repair. Okay, so the reason why I marked the valve stem location is because when I get this tire broke down, I'm actually going to take a shop towel, and I will take that shop towel and see if I can drill around. I put air in the tube too, and see where the tube actually had the prick in it, and then I'll see if I can find what was in my tire that made my inner tube go flat. The last time I done that other side over there, I might have forgot that. I found what was wrong with the tire anyways, but it sure did make it a lot more difficult. So today I hope to not have that problem. I'm going to have to wind up breaking the back bead. It didn't pop off, the front bead did.
I tried to put slime in this tire. I have very mixed opinions on that. Sometimes it works really, really good. Other times not work with a flip. This is one of the times it didn't work, so. Grab another tire.
I'm gonna kick the compressor on. We'll put air to that, see where it's leaking at, and then go from there. Right there. See it? Broke out around the valve stem. This shows you how crappy tubes are nowadays.
I'm gonna put a little air in this tube. And hope. It'll help take any twist or anything out of it. Keep the fire boys off here.
Alright, now we got the tire back on the ground. Got a repair made. Put some more air in it. I seen online the other day, it was on Facebook on Hey Kings or somewhere, somebody had tire repair done, and the tire repair cost them $300 to have the service truck come out and do that. So, I mean, you can see, and I ain't saying it just because I do it myself, but little things like this right here. Okay, so that tube cost me $30, $33. All right, so we just fixed this, and we would charge. I would call this 30-minute repair, even though it really wasn't 30 minutes. But just to classify it, give you an idea. So most shops are going to get $200 an hour, so that's going to be $100. So we fixed this tire right here for $130. Now, if we had paid a company to come out, it would have been $300 for the service call. It would have been probably $90 for a tube, 60 or $90 for a tube, because they're not going to sell it to you at cost. They're going to mark it up at least 50%, if not 100%. So there, it's at least going to be $60 for a tube. So there's $360, and then plus they're going to charge you the cost of the time that they're there. And so there again, we look at, and I do. I ain't the smartest man on the face of the earth by any means, but to be business minded, you have to look at cost, cost of production, and so you see the different equipment that we're running and stuff. Um, we we can run all this stuff and we can have all this equipment because the skills that I have, um, and I have learned and continue to learn, we we can run a bunch of equipment and run an operation this size, because of the not having to pay somebody to work on everything. And that's, I mean, I guess it's very nice to have. And okay, so we're in here in the cab now. Going to replace the light switch. Um, Trying to decide how I want to go about doing that. I'm going to pull this side cover right here off and see how close that's going to get me. I may wind up needing to pull the one down there in between the pedals, but we'll know here in a second. Yeah, I believe that's going to work. Turn around here so you can see. Okay, so this knob right here is what we're going to have to take off. Need a small flathead screwdriver. I'll just see if I can get this knob off. Hey, that worked good. Afraid I was going to break that. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this front plate off. I figured so, but alright, we're going to have to find y'all another home.
Alright, so there's a switch.
Okay, so you can see our new switch is installed there. That wound up being a major ordeal. Wound up taking the face plate here loose and feeding the wire right here back up in between this metal bracket here and the bottom of the dash. And let's just say that plug is not factory anymore. That plug, because it was all made, hold the bottom of the switch here where you can see this. So the plug that plugs into the back of this light switch was all one piece. And so you had to hit all 6 of those pins at the same time. And you can imagine that after 50 years of being in a tractor, them pins wasn't exactly in the right location. So what I wound up doing was I took a pair of snips and snipped the plug in half and put 2 plugs, the bottom 2 pins on one plug, and then I actually come up here and split it again right here in between these 4 plugs and made it to where it's 2 plugs, 2 plugs, and 2 plugs on the last 2. So it's actually 3 individual sets of pins now. Why they didn't do that way from the factory, I do not know. But trying to fish that in there underneath that dash right there, you can see the back of the light switch right in. Let's see, I can't even get my hand right back up in there. Right there, tip of my fingers where that light switch is at. And trying to get that all plugged back up, that just wasn't gonna work. So we got it back in there, we've got it bolted in, we've got our dash bolted back down here. So now we need to put the top halves back on the cover here for the steering column. And then we'll have to come back in and put the piece that's right here, the plate that's right there, back in, and then this job will all be buttoned up. It did make 2 of the back lights work whenever I turned the switch on. I'll turn it on, turn the battery disconnect back on. You can see we got one outside field lamp and the lower 2 field lamps, but the upper 2 are not working. So I need to check them and see if we've got power coming to them. But 2 lights on the back's more than what I had. I would like for all the field lights to work on the front. You can see the one on this side. So I'm gonna have to do some more digging. But at least we now got it to where they will at least be coming on the back. So let me go ahead and button this dash up. And then we'll see what else we can get into. Probably dinner after that. Okay, so let's got our dash back in the 44 here. We'll finish tightening up a couple of loose bolts here, and we're gonna clean our tools up, go town, eat lunch. Got a couple errands to run in town. Need to go by the office, check emails for work, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll see what else we can get into for the day. It'll probably wind up being another video, but we got to put rock in this shed that we're in. I have to move the 44 and the 7740 out. And spread our rock in here. That way, if we need some more, we can get some more. And then we got, like I said, got tire change on the fluffer over here. So we got several things going on, but that'll probably be other videos. So thanks for watching E&W Farms, and we'll catch you in the next one.